Welcome to mybooksummary.com. Get ready for quick wisdom of countless books in just minutes and explore. The Adventures of Robin Hood, written by Pyle. The birth of a legend. In the heart of medieval England, when the land was ruled by corrupt nobles and greedy officials, there lived a man who defied them all, Robin Hood. But Robin Hood didn't start as the outlaw we know and love. Born Robert Fitzooth, he was the son of a noble forester, raised with a sense of justice and a love for the common people. His life took a dramatic turn after a fateful encounter with injustice, forcing him to leave the comforts of nobility for the dangers of the forest. Pyle's The Adventures of Robin Hood captures the essence of this journey, blending humor, drama, and camaraderie into a tale that resonates with readers even today. Robin's transformation from a young nobleman to the gallant leader of Sherwood Forest is a story of courage, wit, and unwavering loyalty to the oppressed. The first steps toward outlawry. Robin's troubles began on a sunny day when he participated in an archery contest. His skill with the bow was unmatched, earning him the envy of a haughty knight. Words were exchanged, tempers flared, and before Robin knew it, the knight challenged him to a duel. In a moment of self-defense, Robin's arrow found its mark, and the knight fell. While Robin believed justice was on his side, the law saw things differently. The Sheriff of Nottingham, a man whose sense of justice leaned heavily toward gold and power, declared Robin an outlaw. With no choice but to flee, Robin sought refuge in the vast and wild Sherwood Forest. A new life in the greenwood. Life as an outlaw might sound grim, but Robin had a way of making it seem almost idyllic. Sherwood Forest became his sanctuary, a place of freedom where the oppressive laws of the land couldn't reach. Robin vowed to protect the weak, challenge corruption, and most importantly make life miserable for the Sheriff of Nottingham. But even the cleverest outlaw can't survive alone, and Robin soon began to gather a group of loyal followers. These weren't just any outlaws, they were men, and one formidable woman, who shared his values and his sense of humor. The Merry Men, a family of rebels. Robin's first companion was Little John, a towering figure with a mischievous grin. Their friendship began with a laughable duel on a narrow bridge. Little John, unimpressed by Robin's size, knocked him into the stream below. Robin, instead of sulking, laughed at his own defeat and invited Little John to join him. Their friendship was sealed, and Little John became Robin's right-hand man. Next came Will Scarlet, the dashing and quick-witted swordsman, and Friar Tuck, a rotund but fiery clergyman who could wield a staff as well as he could deliver a sermon. Let's not forget Much the Miller's son, who brought his own earthy humor to the group, or Alan-a-Dale, the minstrel whose songs kept spirits high. Together, they became a family, a merry band of rebels who made Sherwood Forest a symbol of hope for the downtrodden. Outsmarting the Sheriff of Nottingham. The Sheriff of Nottingham was Robin's nemesis, a man whose greed and cruelty knew no bounds. Robin's favorite pastime quickly became outwitting the sheriff at every turn. Whether it was ambushing a caravan of tax collectors, or sneaking into the sheriff's own castle, Robin always stayed one step ahead. One memorable tale involved Robin disguising himself as a butcher to gain entry into Nottingham. With a cart of fresh meat and a clever story, he infiltrated the marketplace, tricking the sheriff into buying his goods at an exorbitant price. When the sheriff realized he'd been swindled, Robin and his men were already back in Sherwood, laughing and feasting on the sheriff's ill-gotten gains. The nobility of an outlaw. What set Robin apart from other outlaws wasn't just his skill with the bow or his quick wit, it was his heart. Robin wasn't interested in wealth for its own sake. Every coin he took from the rich went to the poor. Every act of defiance against authority was a stand for justice. One story tells of a poor knight who came to Robin, desperate to save his lands from foreclosure. Robin not only gave him the money he needed, but also ensured that the corrupt abbot demanding repayment learned a harsh lesson in humility. It's tales like these that made Robin a hero to the people, and a thorn in the side of the ruling class. Marian, the heart of the story. No story of Robin Hood would be complete without Maid Marian, the love of his life. Marian was no damsel in distress. She was every bit as brave and resourceful as Robin. Their love story added a layer of romance to the adventure, showing a softer side of the otherwise mischievous outlaw. Marian often played a key role in Robin's plans, using her position in noble society to gather information and outwit the sheriff. Together, they made an unstoppable team, proving that love and justice go hand in hand. Battles and bravery. Robin's adventures weren't all fun and games. The merry men often faced real danger, from ambushes by the sheriff's men to brutal skirmishes with rival outlaws. But Robin's leadership and the group's unbreakable camaraderie saw them through every challenge. One of the most thrilling episodes in the book involves a dramatic rescue mission. When one of the merry men is captured by the sheriff's soldiers, Robin and his band launch a daring attack on Nottingham Castle. With clever disguises, expert archery, and a good dose of chaos, they manage to free their comrade and escape back to Sherwood. The king returns. The backdrop of the story is the absence of King Richard the Lionheart, who is away fighting in the Crusades. In his absence, Prince John, the king's greedy and power-hungry brother, rules the land with an iron fist. Robin's defiance of Prince John and his allies becomes a symbol of loyalty to the true king. When King Richard finally returns to England, the story reaches its climax. The king, disguised as a monk, visits Sherwood Forest to meet the legendary outlaw. Robin, recognizing the king's noble character, pledges his allegiance. Touched by Robin's loyalty and his service to the poor, King Richard pardons him and his merry men, bringing the tale to a joyful resolution. Final thoughts. A timeless tale. Howard Pyle's The Adventures of Robin Hood is more than just a collection of thrilling escapades. It's a celebration of justice, friendship, and the enduring power of hope. Robin Hood's story reminds us that even in the face of overwhelming odds, one person, or one merry band, can make a difference. Pyle's writing, filled with humor and vivid descriptions, brings Sherwood Forest to life in a way that feels timeless. Whether it's Robin's clever schemes, Little John's hearty laughs, or Marion's quiet strength, each character leaves a lasting impression. In a world that often feels as unjust as medieval England, Robin Hood's tale continues to inspire us to stand up for what's right, to lend a helping hand to those in need, and to find joy in the simple pleasures of life, like a hearty meal under the greenwood trees. So, if you've ever wanted to escape to a world of adventure, friendship, and good old-fashioned mischief, The Adventures of Robin Hood is your perfect guide to Sherwood Forest. Just remember to bring your bow and a sense of humor. You'll need both. Stay tuned for more enlightening content. Head over to www.mybooksummary.com. Don't forget to subscribe and share the magic with friends. And let's grow together through the power of books and interesting stories.